Helicopters are very versatile, but they haven't been all that fast. Although they aren't exactly known for speed, helicopters can fly at higher rates of speed than most people realize. If you're flying in a helicopter, you might be surprised by how fast it's going, especially if you compare it to driving in a car or train. In this video, we'll lay out some average speeds for common civil helicopters. Bell Boeing V22 Osprey. The V22 was born out of the failed Iran hostage crisis rescue attempt in 1980, called Operation Claw, which showed the range and vertical takeoff limitations of helicopters, and the Lockheed C-130 Hercules cargo aircraft. The V-22 can carry 24 troops, or up to 2,100 pounds of internal cargo. The aircraft's max cruise speed is 351 miles an hour. The US Army is now considering a similar tiltrotor, the V-280 Valor, to replace the UH-60 Blackhawk, and the European aviation giant Leonardo is preparing a commercial tiltrotor, the AW609. The Navy's CMV-22Bs will be entering service starting 2020. Meanwhile, the Marines and Air Force will fly their Ospreys for several more decades. Sikorsky X2. In June 2005, Sikorsky Aircraft announced the development of an integral suite of technologies known as the X2 technology. The demonstrator aircraft based on X2 technology took its maiden flight in August 2008. The helicopter performed maneuvers such as hovering, rotating, and other flight maneuvers during its 30-minute test flight. In July 2009, the aircraft accomplished flight with its pusher propeller fully engaged. The engine produces an output power of 1,563 shaft horsepower. This drives a 6-bladed pusher-type propeller and 2 4-bladed coaxial rotors. The X2 helicopter has a top speed of 299 miles an hour and has a range of 808 miles with a maximum takeoff weight of around 8,000 pounds. The Eurocopter X3 made its first flight on September 6, 2010, and on May 12, 2011, recorded flight speeds of over 267 miles per hour. For its time, the X3 was billed as the world's fastest helicopter. Though there were, and have been, other similar competing helicopter designs in the works elsewhere, the Sikorsky X2 demonstrator being one such competitor, all told, the X3 did prove itself a sound concept with excellent agility and impressive speed during its presentation flights, meaning that its application in the real world would have been rather limitless as a helicopter goes. Power for the X3 was derived from 2 Rolls-Royce Turbomeca RTM 322 series turboshaft engines, each delivering 2,270 shaft horsepower. These power plants rotated a 5-bladed main rotor atop the fuselage, as well as a pair of 5-bladed tractor-puller propeller systems fitted to the wing stubs along the fuselage sides. Cruising speed could reach an impressive 252 miles per hour. Westland Lynx. The Westland Lynx was designed for a British Army requirement and initially consisted of 4 planned projects that included an Army, Navy, 2-seat attack, and civilian passenger versions. The Lynx is an agile helicopter, capable of performing loops and rolls and attaining high speed. The agility of the Lynx led to its use in aerial display aircraft, having been operated by the Blue Eagles and Black Cats helicopter display teams. The efficiency of the main rotor, as well as the overall top speed of the Lynx, was substantially improved by the adoption of BERP rotor blade technology. During the 1990s, the hot and high-pitch performance of the type was considered boosted in the later Super Lynx 200 series, at which point the type's GEM engines were replaced with the newer LHTEC T800 turboshaft engine that are associated with the FADEC system. The Lynx can also maintain a good level of performance under moderate icing conditions. Later aircraft feature automatic stabilization equipment. Functions such as lower hover are installed on some Lynx. The Sikorsky UH-60 Blackhawk. The Blackhawk multi-role helicopter serves the US military and the armed forces of 28 other countries worldwide as a tough, reliable utility helicopter. Now, the modern variant of this utility aircraft is taking on a new mission set as an armed helicopter to provide fire suppression when supporting ground troops, as well as an Army escort. With digital avionics, powerful GE engines, high-strength airframe structures, and composite wide-chord rotor blades, today's Blackhawk platform has better survivability and situational awareness and can fly at higher speeds and carry more than its previous predecessors ever did. The The weapon system brings a cost-effective attack capability to third-generation Black Hawk aircraft, while fully retaining the platform's multi-role utility. Ground crews can add or remove external wings and weapons of choice within 3 hours. CH-47F Chinook. The CH-47D Chinook helicopter transports troops, artillery, supplies, and equipment to the battlefield, with other applications ranging from medical evacuations, aircraft recovery, parachute drop, search and rescue, and disaster relief, firefighting, and heavy construction. The Rockwell Collins digital cockpit is fitted with the Common Avionics Architecture System, or CAAS, with improved electrical, avionics, and communication systems. The more powerful Honeywell T55 GA714A engines are fitted with a full authority digital engine control, or FADEC, and have a thrust of 4,733 shaft horsepower. The operating range was increased to 378 miles. The AW159 Lynx Wildcat. The Lynx Wildcat origin dates back to 2002, which saw evolution of versions of the Super Lynx 300's development. The Super Lynx supported by BERP rotor blades, a tail rotor taken from the Westland 30 series, new engines, and several nose-mounted radar with optical installation options. Power to the AW159 will be supplied by a pair of LHTEC CTS800 4N series turboshaft engines, each rated at 1,362 shaft horsepower apiece, and powering a 4-bladed main rotor with a port-side mounted tail rotor system. Maximum speed is listed at 184 miles per hour, with an operational range equal to 598 miles, with up to 4.5 hours of flight time with optional fuel stores. Externally, she will appear quite similar to her original Lynx series, sporting a wheeled undercarriage, large front windscreens, and side-sliding doors. Mi-35M Hindi. The MIL Mi-35 Hind became a major upgrade to the classic Soviet-era Mi-24 Hind assault gunships and transport series of heavy helicopters. When the Mi-24 received various system upgrades, the Mi-24V model variant was born, and from this came the Mi-35, which originally served as the export designation. The Mi-35 carries a multi-role classification and retains the tandem 2-seat crew arrangement, as well as a passenger cabin from the original Mi-24, and weapons are still held externally underneath wing stubs, as in the original. The system entered series production in 2005. Its engine makeup is two Klimov VK2500 series turboshafts and reduced noise levels and maintenance requirements. The maximum speed of the Klimov VK2500 is 192 miles per hour, with cruising near 160 miles per hour. The hovering ceiling is 10,300 feet, with a maximum operational ceiling of 17,700 feet. Ferry ranges reach out to 620 miles, with a combat radius of 260 miles. AW101. The Augusta Westland AW101 Merlin is a medium-lift, multi-purpose, multi-role helicopter developed as a joint venture with the British and Italians. The AW101 is a large helicopter system driven by no fewer than 3 turboshaft engines, and the airframe can support a myriad of military and civilian-minded requirements, to include general passenger transport, maritime defense, anti-submarine warfare (ASW), airborne early warning (AEW), search and rescue (SAR), amphibious support, disaster relief, and medical evacuations. The British Merlin is fitted with no fewer than 3 large Rolls-Royce Turbo Mecha RTM 32201 series turboshaft engines, each developing up to 2,312 shaft horsepower. All told, this supplies the basic airframe with a top speed of 192 miles per hour, an operational range out to 863 miles, and a service ceiling of up to 15,000 feet. The AW139. The Augusta Westland AW139 is one of the most modern and efficient helicopters in the world. The AW139 provides unparalleled mission flexibility and passenger comfort with a seating for 12. This state-of-the-art aircraft is equipped with the latest safety features and sets the standard for its class. The AW139 is engineered to the highest safety standards with energy-absorbing landing gear, fuselage, and seats designed to meet the rigorous JAR FAR 29 standards. The cockpit features excellent visibility, redundant flight systems, and Honeywell digital avionics, reducing pilots' workload. The AW139 delivers Category A Class 1 performance from the helipad at maximum gross weight, allowing continued flight in event of engine failure. The Kamov KA-52 Alligator. The Kamov KA-52 Alligator is an upgraded form of the original KA-50 Hokum. While the KA-50 utilized a single-seat cockpit, the most notable difference in the new mark is the twin-seat, side-by-side cockpit. The development of this attack helicopter began in 1994, leading to a first flight recorded June 25, 1997. While the KA-52 includes a radar suite, additional crew member, and all-new designation, it more or less retains the same form and function, as well as armament capabilities of the original. The Alligator features the Kamov helicopter's trademark coaxial main rotor arrangement that consists of two 3-blade systems that eliminate the need for countering tail rotor. This also gives increased battlefield survivability to an extent. These main rotors are driven by two Kamov VK2500 series turboshaft engines, which support hot and high operations, as well as cold weather service. Performance includes a maximum speed of 186 miles per hour, with a cruising speed nearly 160 miles per hour. Ferry range is 683 miles, with a combat radius of about 285 miles, with an operational ceiling of 18,000 feet. The Mi-28N Night Hunter. The MIL Mi-28, NATO reporting name of Havoc, was a product of the Cold War, designed as an anti-tank attack platform, similar in scope and function to the American Hughes AH-64 Apache series. As in the Apache, the Mi-28 featured an armor tandem seat, stepped cockpit for pilot and weapons officer, a chin-mounted turret cannon, and wing stubs along the fuselage sides for various munitions options, rockets, and anti-tank missiles. Power is derived from two Kamov brand turboshaft engines, driving a 5-blade main rotor and 4-blade tail rotor, facing starboard, while generating 2,200 horsepower each. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and bell icon down below if you want to make sure you never miss out on important new information like this.